Hi, my fellow photographers. This is Krish, a fine art photographer, a distance skater, and a small time freelance skater who also does some cross training activity with walking and bicycling for my long distance skating. Has come to meet you guys with another video. This is probably going to appear on my Krish Arts and Photography channel, but it's a very common content wherein like I could use it for my skating as well as bicycling videos as well. It's very common, but I thought like I would present it on my Krish Arts and Photography channel. Okay, so I feel this topic to be very essential. Okay, so hence I thought I'll talk about it. Okay, and I also would want to mention it. It's coming out of FOMO, fear of missing out. Who would have thought? Okay, so let me put my phone on silence and let's go and open the web page, and you can see me on the right top corner. So what we are going to look here is a software called OBS Studio. Okay, the full form of OBS is Open Broadcaster Software. So what is broadcasting? Broadcasting is something when you do, like in live activity, as in like when people are able to watch what you do or watch what you say live, as in like in real time. I'm sitting in Srirangam, I'm talking and making this video. If people were able to see this video in real time from anywhere in the world, it's called live streaming, and that's also called broadcasting. That's what people are going to use this software for. I've been using this software for very long time. When I said have been using this software for a very long time, it doesn't mean necessarily me. I'm talking about the world is using this software for a very long time. So this software has been existing for many years. I don't know when. And for the fact check, I can say that I heard about this software for the very first time in my 2020. Probably after the corona lockdown time in India, I came to know about this, and I've been exploring this various ways in my computer, and only due to the limitations of my hardware I couldn't completely use this software as my regular go-to tool for live streaming, or in fact do live streaming. I couldn't be able to use this software. Okay, I have done only one live streaming so far. That video you can obviously go and check on my YouTube channel, which is my personal YouTube channel, and it should be available there. Okay, so and that live streaming of YouTube video is about some skating website, tour or something like that. Okay, you can go and check it out there. Okay, and my personal YouTube channel's YouTube ID is at Krishnan Srinivasan 830 or 830 in American terms. O is numerical 0. Okay, so what you got to do is like you got to go and visit this page, obsproject.com. Download the software for your operating system, Windows, Mac OS or Linux. It's available for Linux. Let me tell you, since I only use Mac OS operating system, I have not tested it with Linux operating system or Windows operating system. Okay, I've used it so far only with Mac OS operating system. You can go ahead and download that. Okay, or you can go ahead to the downloads page and you can download the installer. Okay, for whatever operating system that you're aiming for, and it itself will automatically detect the operating system that is there in your computer, and it will give you all the necessary installer files, either for Apple Silicon or either for Intel based Mac computers or Apple computers. Okay, so that's what this is. This page would do for you. Okay, there are many more aspects to this, wherein like you have forums, you have plugins, you have scripts. This OBS Studio software is in itself a separate topic, as in like if I want to talk about things that is happening in live streaming, I can start a separate YouTube channel only for live streaming. It has so much content that one can keep exploring and exploring and exploring. Live streaming has hardware, live streaming has softwares, live streaming has softwares from various companies, live streaming has hardwares from various companies. You can do it with your mobile phone, apps for your mobile phone, there are apps for your iPad, there are apps for your computers, and it's endless topic. If I'm going to explore this in detail, I can actually start a separate YouTube channel and explore it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you a very pinch of the taste of live streaming here. That is what I'm talking, because in the future I see that live streaming is going to be more common among people. Like it's very difficult for us to make a video, then get it back to our home, copy it to a computer, edit them, add sounds, add titles, transition, end card, add music if need may, and then you sit to upload them to the respective channels. If you have been uploading to various channels other than YouTube, go to upload it to every one of them, and separately, do it separately. That much amount of data is being used back then, and it's a very tedious process. That's where live streaming comes in, wherein like I use a software like this, OBS Studio or something, and then I start live streaming, and it is possible to live stream to multiple platforms, as in like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and you can go to Vimeo, Patreon, many other sites that you want to live stream. You can go ahead and live stream all at the same time. There will be little latency, but it's going to happen in real time for the most part, and you don't have to edit. That's the biggest thing. And whatever you get as a live sound, that is going to be recorded. Okay, so enough of that very, very long intro. Let's cut everything else. Imagine that I have downloaded this software installer and installed it. Okay, and I have it in my computer. So this is how OBS Studio's icon would look on Mac OS operating system. For most part, it's going to be the same on Windows and Linux as well. Okay, depending upon the GUI that you have on Linux, as in like I have been using Linux. I have used Linux for about 1.75 years for sure, and it was on and off with Ubuntu, and probably you could call it 3 years. Okay, so 1.57 years, I've been regularly using Fedora, and I had GNOME as my GUI. So I think OBS Studio should work fine with that setup. But my Fedora was like with AMD machines. So Linux and AMD machines always have a little bit of conflict, but it works well. But I would suggest Intel machines for Linux, and so it should work fine in those machines. And with Windows operating system, AMD or Intel, it'll work just fine. Okay, so and to be specific, OBS is more advantageous when you're trying to use it with Windows operating system, because like it has so much plugins, so much scripts. You can enhance the software as you wish, and you can bend it as you want. Okay, so but it needs a powerful computer. Okay, that is the key underline of this entire thing. You will need a powerful computer, okay, with a quite amount of RAM, say like 16 to 32 GB of RAM for live streaming, and you need a very good like probably 10 core processor, at least to handle the amount of data that it is doing. Okay, so this is OBS Studio for you. This is how it looks as soon as you open the OBS Studio. So you can consider this as my intro, and intro to the topic, and intro to the software. Okay, so what you have here is OBS Studio, and you can also take this topic which I'm talking right now is for like as the most basic thing. Okay, it's not going to be an pro level tutorial, or it's not even a tutorial, but the aspects that I know and use about OBS Studio on a basic level of live streaming. Okay, so when you open the software, this is how it looks. Okay, what you see here, a very big window which is blacked out. Okay, then it says like something called scenes on the left, then you have sources here, then you have audio mixture, then you have scene transitions here, and then you have various tabs which is talking about start streaming, start recording, start virtual camera, studio mode, settings, exit. Okay, on the bottom you have some signal thing that is there. Then you have times, and then it talks about the CPU power, and then it talks about the frame rate. Okay, FPS stands for frames per second. Okay, you don't have any sources. Click the plus button below and or right click here to add one, all those things. Then you have some gear icon which is like settings. You have more options for it, down arrow, up arrow, and many things. Okay, properties, filters, and then you have menu and all that. Okay, so this is OBS Studio software. Just like that, when you open and when you look at it, you have so much detail already here. It also says the version and everything. For your convenience, I'll show the OBS Studio's version of mine. So it is 30.2.3 64-bit version. OBS Studio is a free and open source video recording and live streaming software. Okay, and there are plenty of people who are supporting this project. You can understand by the amount of regular constant supporters. They have been shelling their money on this software on a regular basis. That's how the project is being built, and it's growing and bigger day by day. Okay, so these many supporters, you can see how many users are there for OBS Studio. Okay, so thanks to all the Patreon supporters, contributors. I haven't contributed to OBS Studio. I've been just using it, not for live streaming all the time, just only once, but to study and learn about it. So if not for them, it wouldn't be possible. So thanks to every single people who donate and make this open source software available for free for everyone. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So that's the version of OBS Studio. I have it on my computer. Okay, so if we go here and if I go to check for the updates, it's going to check for the update and let me know what it is. So you are up to date. So as per the update that is required, my OBS software is the latest version at the time when I'm making this video. So when I am making this video, I'm making this video on 8th of September 2024, 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so that's done. Okay, what else we need here? We need to understand one thing. So what do we do when we make a video? Forgive me, my Hue on tablet always does it when I open a like pen or something to scribble on the screen. Okay, so what do you do when you make a video? So what do you do? Let's imagine a 3-act structure. Okay, this is what you do in most of the video, as in like you give an intro to the video, then you start with the plot. Okay, then you talk about the conflict of the plot, and then you give the resolution to the conflict, and then you like give the outro, resolution or solution or whatever you want to call it. These things are very common. Or like in other terms, here there is going to be an intro, there is going to be a middle, and there is going to be an end for the video. This is all any YouTube video. You take that YouTube video, you will have these elements. Okay, forget about my inhale. That was weird inhale. I don't know why it happened. Probably I need water. Anyways, so this is how you make a video. So imagine when you're doing a live streaming. Okay, and you will also need similar concept like this. So what you will need when you're doing a live streaming, you will probably need some intro video. Yeah, okay, wherein like you hold the audience, as in like you announce, like you say like I'm going to be live on my YouTube channel by 11 a.m. in the morning, say like IST, Indian Standard Time. So what you do is like you don't start your video exactly 11. Not many are going to be available at that time. So you give some 30 seconds of time for people to assemble to watch your video. You'll need some viewers to watch your video, right? You can't go on streaming for nobody, right? Otherwise, you just can make a video and upload it later, right? So you could do that. So this is the pattern you will find in most of the broadcasting channels as well. So you'll find some 30 seconds of preparation time, and then the video begins, wherein like they roll a title video or the topic video, then they display some text or something, or then you have the presenter in the screen, and there will be some flash news running, okay, in the bottom like this over here. And then you have the logo of the company, the TV channel that you're watching. They'll have a watermark somewhere, okay, and the presenter will talk about the topic that they want to present, and they will have a end. Okay, this is how live streaming would be. Okay, and when you end, you can have an outro, or you don't have to have an outro. And during the presentation, you can have transitions, or you don't want to have transition. Okay, you can do all that. Okay, this is the general format of any video. Okay, so you imagine this. You so far you have following with me, right? Do you follow? Okay, so what we are saying, like how a live streaming thing pattern would look like, any movie would look like, or any video would look like. Then we are talking about live streaming. And to go further, I'll give you one more example. So we have movies, right? Every movie, imagine there is a complete movie with all the edits. Okay, so the movie is like, say, like it's running for 2 hours. Okay, so the movie is full of scenes, and you don't understand what is what. So it goes between one cut to another cut to another cut. Okay, that's all we understand. But in this 2 hours, a movie might have 60 scenes. I'm just giving a random number. Okay, so we have 60 scenes in the movie to narrate a story with, like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, we need 60 scenes. Okay, if you take one scene from that, like you can't go like one scene, like you are watching me right now, right? So this is just one screen, one camera right in front of you, happening in one take. I'm talking to you, you're listening to me. I'm talking to you, you're watching me, either on the right hand corner or anything that is happening in the screen right in front of you. Okay, a scene can be like that, as simple as that as well, or it could be in multiple cuts. Okay, so you're watching me on the right top corner, then I will move myself to the left bottom corner, or like I'll go completely into my video, okay, as the full screen. Okay, or like I could have various shots. Scene is composed of various number of shots. It could be close up, it could be long shot, mid shot, the various type of shots. You use those things, and when during the shot, a character might be having a dialogue or something like that, and many things. And so what this is talking about is, you basically need a camera, okay, and then you will need an audio source. So this is very, very important. These are the 2 essential things to make any video, and these are the 2 essential things for a live streaming as well. So that is how this entire OBS Studio is built upon. Okay, I'll tell you how. Okay, so let's remove that. This is as a part of the intro. Let's go and understand the software first. Okay, let's go. For now, I've given you the brief introduction of what is what, or like how things are, what is OBS Studio, where you download, and all that, and how a live stream scene is constructed, or a video is constructed, or any YouTube video is constructed, and how a live streaming video is normally appearing on any broadcast channels, and then how you do it in OBS Studio. That's why we're going to take a look at that. But before that, we need to understand the software, which we'll see it shortly.